Royal Spectre, Kings County down on the inside, stands up well. De Villa Dolorosa is the favourite. Waiting on the light, they're boxed and ready for the first on Black Opal Day, 2000. Sapiente stands up. Light is on. They're racing a fairly good level start, and Mayfair Star got away well, and Royal Spectre down on the inside, showing good speed. De Villa Dolorosa bursting through, looking for the lead. In behind those, Star Tetra, followed by Impudence and Multifacet not too far away. Further back behind those, Jungle sorting themselves out. Counterpunch followed by Lucen, well back with Tillamook, Sapiente. Kings County down on the inside, and last was Eraser as they leave the back and race down the side, and De Villa Dolorosa, the favourite, leads. Now in second place, Multifacet, followed by Impudence, third on the outside, getting a good run. Royal Spectre fourth, followed by Mayfair Star, Star Tetra. Down on the inside, Jungle as they race towards the turn. Further back to Counterpunch. Then Tillamook and Lucen Eraser well back, followed by Sapiente. And back behind those, King County, but around the turn, and De Villa Dolorosa raced away. Out the top of the straight, De Villa Dolorosa, hands and heels clear. Now Royal Spectre's running on well on the outside, followed by Multifacet. Impudence putting in a run, followed then by Tillamook down towards the inside, but halfway down the straight, Royal Spectre has reached the lead from De Villa Dolorosa. Jungle's running on, followed by Eraser, and Sapiente late down the outside, but Royal Spectre, Sapiente is flying, but Royal Spectre's the winner. Royal Spectre first, Jungle second, Sapiente third, followed by Eraser. In behind those, Impudence, followed by Tillamook and Lucen, then Multifacet, followed further back to Kings County. De Villa Dolorosa stopped quickly in the straight, then Mayfair Star, Star Tetra, and Counterpunch last home in the first. Stand by. Royal Spectre, Larry Cassidy. Number 12, the winner, Royal Spectre, Larry Cassidy, for John Morrissey. So the John Morrissey stable could be in for a huge day here today. Royal Spectre raced by D.A. Thomas, Miss J.L. Smith, a 3-year-old bay filly by Royal Academy out of Haunting, trained by John Morrissey, Larry Cassidy, and that was Royal Spectre's third run in a race. 12, 6, 14 are the numbers. Number 6, Jungle second, Alan Abrahams, ridden by Darrell Rolfe, or trained by Darrell Rolfe, ridden by Alan Abrahams. And third, number 14, Sapiente, made up a lot of ground, John Paletti, John Scorse. So the numbers, 12, 6, 14. Number 12, Royal Spectre, Larry Cassidy, beating number 6, Jungle, Alan Abrahams. Third, number 14, Sapiente, John Scorse. Fourth was number 16, Eraser. And fifth goes to 9, Tillamook. Now the time for the race, 1:12.97.
Alrighty, race one at Tamworth, Sydney. They downgraded the track already once today. It's now dead, and if they get any more out of it, it'll be slow. And if they have any more like that, it'll probably be off. So looking at Canberra, different conditions there. The horses are making their way on a fairly good surface there at Canberra today, but Fairfield, yeah, it does look pretty ordinary, doesn't it? Here's Matt having a chat with Mark de Montfort.
Yeah, guaranteed, wasn't it, Nick? Thanks for that. We just spoke with Mark about Butkus in the second race on the program. He certainly gave it a fair show. So we'll move on to the third race, and you're on Pride and Power. No Sunline's here today. He was beaten by Sunline last start. Yeah, well, you can sort of forget he went round there. Matthew obviously sort of was outclassed, but the horse had done well before that last start, actually, and he does relish a soft track. So I'd be disappointed if he sort of doesn't finish amongst the top couple. All right, now you picked up a ride in the Black Opal Stakes, which is good. It's a fair chance too, Mr. Conductor. I know Pembleton's in the race and we're dealing with the 5s on favourite, but I think you'd prefer to be on something, wouldn't you? Well, I wasn't in the race, Matthew, so and if you'd picked a horse out for me to be on against Pembleton, this was the horse. So Sean Barrier won. He had a hard run outside of Pembleton the other day, so you know, we just got to sort of look after him, make sure he runs out a strong 1200, and at the weights it looks impossible to beat Pembleton, but I'm sure he'll sort of acquit himself quite well. Stylish Conquest is first up in race 6. Know anything about him? I don't, Matthew. I'm just looking here, and he's 100 to 1, so that doesn't say a lot for him, but no, I don't know anything about him. OK, what about the last one? Temecula, a winner at Kembla Grange 2 runs back. He's since failed in town. Yeah, but he was only beaten a few lengths in town, and if he can handle this sort of condition, he'll probably do pretty well over the 1400 here, so he looks a good chance. All right, what's the best of them? Oh, I thought Pride and Power. Okay. Be nice to win another one. Of course, you won the Black Opal last year on Catbird. You won the preview and the Black Opal, and then the Golden Slipper. Yeah, it's been good to me, the Black Opal. Actually, I've won 3, so
but it won't surprise me if Pemberton wins easy today and goes on with a slipper. He's an exceptional horse.
They usually hold their form, don't they? I mean, horses that have won the preview in the past usually do win the actual race itself.
Well, they do, mainly because, Matthew, they're at the same weight. So if you couldn't beat them last time and the weights don't change, there's no real reason why he should get beaten again, and goes on to the slipper with 55. So.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thanks, Matthew.
Mark de Montfort riding Butkus in the next race 2, number 1, as well as quite a few other chances, and that's here at Canberra today.
Thank you very much, Matthew. OK, let's take...
Canberra Class 6 plate over 1600, so I thought we might have a talk to someone from Casino Canberra, the promotions manager, Miss Belinda Head. And nice to see you, Belinda.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm very well. It's been a good association. It's a bit unusual, I guess you could say, because you'd think that maybe the Canberra Casino might be in competition with the racetrack for the gambling dollar, but that's not the case, is it?
Not at all, no. We work very closely together, share our functions and our sponsorships.
Yeah, we had a bit of a function there last night. I arrived late, but did it go all right?
Yes, it went tremendously well. We had Funny Money Gaming, so we invited ACT Racing Club members to come into the casino, and we paid for their gambling habit.
Terrific. Casinos are more about just gaming and gambling these days, aren't they? I mean, it's, you know, restaurants, and there's more of a focus, I guess you could say, on entertainment.
Absolutely. We're about to run into a period where we're promoting and offering a lot of entertainment. That starts in April with Anzac Day, where we run a great game of tour, and then followed by our Magic Month of May, starring Stephen Spellmaster and Phil Cass.
Okay, terrific. Well, you're doing a good job, and it's nice to catch up with you again.
Thank you very much.
Linda Head there from Casino Canberra. Good supporters of the ACT Racing Club. Nick, as we go back to you.
Indeed they are. Thank you very much, Matt. Nice little quiet spot there too at Casino Canberra. Hello to Timbo if he's watching anywhere. Hello, Timmy. Now, race 3 at Ararat. Higher Arami's at $6.30. 360 Silly Lane and Whipstick at $3.40. And they're the main ones there for race.
But he's Mounting Yard, late mail, ready to go. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, race second, an interesting race, a Class 6 plate over the 1600 metres. Number 9, Splendid Retreat's a favourite on course. I really like this 4-year-old. He was a Warwick Farm winner back in September over 1600 metres. A second up record's not too shabby. He's had 3 goes second up for 2 placings. He resumed at Randwick last start, late February, for a 6 of 12 behind juggling time. Good form race, just got beaten over 2.5 lengths, and John Powell on board. He'll get back a little bit, but he'll hit the line strongly. And after watching the first, I think the track's very, very even. So I'm not too concerned about any track pattern at this point in time. 9, Splendid Retreat on top for mine. Looking for dangers. 1, Butkus. Forget he went around here last start. He just didn't handle the track. He got back, and it was an on-pace bias. He was a Warwick Farm winner 2 starts ago, and he's had the 3 runs back now, and he's won up to 1500 metres at Kembla Grange, so the mile shouldn't pose any problems, and he's going to get a lovely run for Mark de Montfort in Barrier 1. Wolf Cloud is a promising type, trained by Brian Smith, a Randwick winner last Melbourne Cup Day over 1400 metres. Comes to town with a reasonable record for this type of race, and he'll give a good side. He's certainly well commissioned, 3rd favourite on course with the bookies. But 9 on top for mine, Matt. Splendid Retreat, dangers. 1, Butkus, and 5, Wolf Cloud.
Thanks, Michael. 915 for Michael Heath in race 2 coming up at Canberra.
OK, thanks, Matt. We'll take a break on Sky. That previous winner in Melbourne was Vopus Qualified.
He's up towards the line. Favourite on the tote, Splendid Retreat, trained by Billy Prain. They're racing. Now, down towards the inside, Sachombre got away well, and the Meta's looking for the lead. Butkus goes up along the inside, followed by On the Storm, out wide, going up, gaining ground, Splendid Retreat. Getting back in the field, Metar, followed by Red Hot Rookie, and Wolf Cloud last of all as they make that first turn and race down the back. And the Met leads 1.5 lengths in front, running second. Butkus keen to go faster. 1.5 lengths off third, Sachombre. A neck fourth on the outside, Splendid Retreat. In behind those, On the Storm, followed by Red Hot Rookie, Metar. And back at the tail of the field was Wolf Cloud as they race towards that next turn inside the 1,000 metre point. And the lead of the Met, 1 length in front. Butkus going well second, followed by Sachombre third. 1/2 length on the outside, Red Hot Rookie. Back behind those centre field, Splendid Retreat. On the Storm is next, followed then by Wolf Cloud. And down on the inside was Metar. They're packing up as they race down the side. 700 metres to go, and still the lead of the Met, about 3/4 of a length in front. Gaining ground on the outside, Butkus now taking off. Splendid Retreat goes up 3 wide. In behind those as they race towards the return, Sir Chambray, followed by Red Hot Rookie. Further back behind those with about 500 to go, Meter, Wolf Cloud second last, and On the Storm is last, but around the turn, and Butkus moved up on the outside of the Met to share the lead as they swing. There's a run down on the inside for Chambray. Out wide, Splendid Retreat has asked for his effort now, followed further back then. Meter down on the inside and well back behind those On the Storm, but Splendid Retreat raced up at the 200 and dashed to the lead. Butkus battling away, followed by Meter, and the next one was the Met and Sir Chambray, but Splendid Retreat broke away inside the final 100, and Splendid Retreat races away to win it well. Splendid Retreat, Johnny Powell, a good ride. Second in the race, Meter. Now third, maybe On the Storm, just ahead of Butkus, followed by Sir Chambray. Further back in the field, the Met, followed by Red Hot Rookie, and Wolf Cloud was last. 9, Splendid Retreat, John Powell for Bill Prain. Number 9, the winner, Splendid Retreat. Raced by the Darnley Proprietary Limited Syndicate, the managers F and Mrs. M. Pisar, Miss R. Temple Smith, and C.L. Crow and H and Mrs. J. Charlton in partnership. 9, the winner, Splendid Retreat, ridden by John Powell, ridden to perfection, in the time of 1:38.80, sectional 36.98. The overall time, 1:38.80, sectional 36.98. 9, the only number in the frame at the moment, Splendid Retreat, a 4-year-old bay gelding by Splendid out of La Maison. Now, number 2, Meter, Rodney Quinn second. Trained at Orange by Reg Priest. A 7-year-old Bayer Brown gelding, Opera Prince out of Ivorlas. And number 6, On the Storm third. A 5-year-old bay gelding by Diodore out of Sochan, Radabulgen, Rolly Saxton. 926 official. 926 official. 4th, number 1, Butkus. And 5th went to number 8, which was Sir Chambray. But a very good win to Splendid Retreat, trained by Billy Prain. Congratulations to Billy Prain at Warwick Farm. Bill made the right decision. He phoned through the week. He almost took the horse to Gosford the other day, but I said, Bill, bring him to Canberra. Bring him to Canberra. He will win at Canberra. So 926, official here. 1:38.80 was the time. 36.98. Now the margins. Now the winner scored by 3/4 of a length. Winning margin 3/4 of a length. No, it's 4.5 it is, in fact. 4.5 lengths by 3/4 the margins, please note. 4.5 by 3/4, 4.5 3/4, 9.261, 1:38.80, 36.98, runners return.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Well, I bet you Billy's pretty glad that you told him to do that, Tone, because he has pulled the right rein, hasn't he? Well done. I might send my horses to T. Campbell from now on. 9, 2 and 6, race 2 at Canberra, trifecta $218 on the second race. And there is this horse here now hitting the line. I like these new camera angles there from Canberra. They're looking absolutely magnificent. The tracking cameras are working overtime there, and as you can see there, that's on the inside of the rail there, looking back out towards the grandstand. A big crowd there on Black Opal Day, and there he goes. Nice ride there, and that horse going on to win quite handsomely, number 9. That's where we should lose it. Now, race 2 at Tamworth, Binny with Matt Browning.
Thanks very much, Nick. The third race here at Canberra this afternoon is the Sir James Class 3 Plate. And with me from BRL Hardy Wines, the ACT region, is Vaughan Peters. And nice to meet you, Vaughan.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept that you're going to be developing here at the Canberra Racecourse, or very close to the Canberra Racecourse, a vineyard development.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically a whole operation going from an actual working winery to a big production as far as cellar door and information centre for the local region.
Right. Has development started?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're sort of way into development, actually ahead of progress. I think the initial or the actual opening date will be looking around September this year.
Right. Okay. And how long has Hardy Wines been involved with the ACT Racing Club? It's been a pretty good association, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a wonderful association. I've directly been involved with the club for about 4 years now, but prior to that, we're becoming on to close to 10 years.
Are Australian wines holding their own, on the international market?
Absolutely, it's a boom industry at the moment, and we seem to be holding it best with the more traditional sense. It's certainly a growth industry, and it's something we're very, very excited about.
Excellent. We might try some later. Thanks for that.
No doubt. Cheers.
Vaughan Peters there, and the Sir James Class 3 Plate is race 3 here at Canberra, Nick.
Thank you very much. That race comes up in about half an hour from now. Thanks, Matt. Good luck to Vaughan as well. All right, now we're going to take...
To Canberra as we get closer all the time to the running of the big race here today, the ADT Security Black Opal Stakes. Matthew Carl is the leading jockey here at Canberra. He's got a terrific lineup of mounts still to come, including Pentagonal in this next race. And Matthew, Pentagonal in the next, first up from a spill from the Morrissey stable. What are you expecting?
Yes, Matthew, she's raced well at this track and distance before. She's first up. She likes to go in a bit soft, so the dead track shouldn't worry, so I expect her to run well, Matthew, yeah.
Did she go sort of a bit off the boil towards the end of last preparation? Is it, while she's fresh, the best time to get on her?
Yeah, first 2 or 3 runs are always good. She raced well last preparation. Just the last run, she'd probably taper off, but John put her straight in the paddock after that, so I'm sure she'll come back well.
Okay, Kidlet's been a good horse to you. He's another one who's first up from a spill. He goes around in race number 4.
Yeah, he got a lot of class about him, Matthew. He's got a bit of weight today. He's got 59 kilos, but he's a very quick horse. He again likes a soft track, so he'll be a lot of speed in the race, and certainly they might take him on early, but he always runs a good race at Canberra.
Well, you're on one for John Morrissey in the Black Opal. It's not Pembleton, but you're on Royal Joke, the stablemate. Yeah,
she's honest and she's fit. She obviously doesn't have the same class as Pembleton, but not many horses do, so maybe she can run a place.
Right. So would you say that he is going to be so hard to beat it's difficult to tip anything against him?
It looks that way on paper, Matthew. I think he's 5-1 on, yeah. It looks pretty obvious.
OK, the Dark. Now, there's a good chance from the Morrissey stable in one of the main races today, the National Sprint.
Yeah, he's 3 runs this time in. Probably haven't been quite as good as his last preparation, but this is a nice race. He's lightly weighted. He's drawn well. The 1400 will suit him, and again, he likes the soft track, so I think he'll run well, Matthew, yeah.
OK, and can you come home with the winner with Natural Light?
Just hopeful there, Matthew. Yeah, he ran a reasonable race last start in the Canberra Guineas. He's dropping in class. He comes back to a Class 2 today, so he's got to be among the chances, Matthew, yeah. OK,
and what about just summing up the your best of your rides?
Yeah, probably Pentagonal next, yeah. I expect her to run well.
Excellent. Yeah. All right, thanks, Matthew. Good luck. Matthew Carl, leading rider here, does most of the riding for the John Morrissey stable, and Pentagonal, he sounds pretty keen in the race coming up here at Canberra Race 3.
Thank you, Matt.
Let's go straight to Michael Heath and get the mail on the third, Michael.
Yeah, good race here. 1,000-metre Class 3 played. There's plenty of speed here, and I'm looking for a couple that'll come off the pace. The track's playing beautifully, so there's no concerns there at all. Number 12, Pentagonal, Carl Morrissey combination. She's a fit mare, unbeaten over this course and distance. Each way odds with the bookmakers, I reckon that's fantastic value, and that's why I'm going to lean. She certainly was in good form last preparation. She resumes today. She looks immaculate in the yard, and I've got her on top. The obvious danger, the favourite, number 5, Pride and Power. Won at Rose Hill last December, a Class 4 event. Went to Gosford, won a Class 4 after that, subsequently disqualified. So he's really the winner of 4 races, this horse. 4 runs ago, 5th to Lord Essex in a strong Rose Hill race. So a lot to like about his form. 2 starts ago at Canterbury, he certainly found it was a good run behind Magic Feather. Splitting those runs were either side were runs behind Higher and Sunline, so you can forget he went around in those tough affairs. Dropping in grade today, well in commission on course number 5, Pride and Power. 13, Zosima looks well, trained by Leanne Aspros. Zabil filly resuming, she looks very fit and tuned up, could run a race. And number 10, Pash, filly by Zedidov, looks particularly fit. But 12 on top for mine, Pentagonal. Dangers 5, Pride and Power, and 13, Zosima.
Thanks, Michael. We'll let you go and do your on-course commitments.
Thanks, mate.
Michael Heath there, who's gone 12, 5 and 13 with the definite watch on number 10 in the third race coming up very soon here at Canberra.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yeah, we'll have an interest in that race in a few moments' time. Race 1 of Moonee Valley, though, gets...
Power, trained by John Paletti into 260 now. Pentagonal is $4. And Zosima good odds at $12. Now, stand by. Hello. OK, thank you. Now, Sunamar lashed out in the gates, will be taken out. Now, Sunamar will be backed out of the stalls to undergo a vet's examination. Lashed out in the barrier stalls. Now, Hendricks goes up towards the line. And Emily's Joy is still out. Yeah, the crowd, it's really getting big here now. A very, very good crowd indeed, leading up to the Black Opal. The next race will be a beauty too, by the way. The Dash, it's a tremendous race, the Dash. Now, Emily's Joy is riderless. T-Junction has gone up. Now, number 11, Emily's Joy, still out of line. And number 6, riderless as well, Sunamar, undergoing a vet's examination. Here's the results. Hello. OK, thank you. Sanamar OK, past fit Sanamar. So they're just about set here for the third of the day. Pash stands up with Cinnamon Sky. Pash. Now they're all in. They're under starters' orders for the third. Pride and Power's the favourite. Pentagonal stands up. And Zosima. Waiting on the light. There's the light, they're set. They're off. Oh, the rider of Pentagonal's off. The rider of Pentagonal is off. Now, showing good speed was Hendricks, followed by Pride and Power. Pots and Pans out wide. Emily's Joy is prominent, followed by T-Junction and Zosima in that group. Further back then, Sanamar, Cinnamon Sky and Combusters last of all as they race up towards the turn. 700 to go, a good race for the lead. It's Pots and Pans down on the inside, sharing the lead with Pride and Power up in that group. So too is Pash and Hendricks out 4 and 5 wide as they race towards the turn. Further back behind those, Cinnamon Sky, Emily's Joy, Zosima. Then Sanamar and T-Junction down on the inside. In the straight with about 350 metres to go. Pash 3 out from the rails has hit the lead, but here's Pride and Power. Pride and Power's coming quickly, and Sanamar driving up along the inside. But in the meantime, Pride and Power raced away with about 100 metres to go. It's all Pride and Power. Running on late was Combust in the centre of the track there, and back down the outside, Cinnamon Sky, but Pride and Power. Pride and Power has beaten Combust. Cinnamon Sky third, followed then by Sanamar, Emily's Joy. Then Pash, Zosima, further back to Hendricks, followed then by T-Junction, and the last one across the line, Pots and Pans, and Pentagonal dislodged the rider soon after the start. Hello. OK. Hold all tickets. Hold all tickets. Number 5, the winner, Pride and Power, ridden by Mark de Montfort. Hold all tickets, please. Number 5, Pride and Power, trained by John Paletti, has beaten 1 Combust, a big run. It got home very late. And third, number 7, Cinnamon Sky, Kelly McCormick. So the numbers, 5-1-7, Pride and Power, raced by the Sylvan Thoroughbred Stud, the syndicate managers J.U. and M.G. Paletti. A 3-year-old Chestnut Gelding, Keltreese, Hit the Heights, and ridden by Mark de Montfort. Combust second, a 3-year-old Bay Colt, Personal Hope out of Marex, Michael Barton, yes, Shane Pawsey, and Cinnamon Sky third, a 5-year-old Bay Horse, Domista, out of Gazayil, Jules Dismay, Queanby, and Kelly McCormick.
Well, there you go. A bit of a surprise result behind the winner there, Pride and Power, because that Pentagonal dislodged the rider, Matt Carl, and we'll have further news in a few moments' time as to how Matthew is. In fact, I think he'll be all right. All right, well, this is that fall there at Canberra. It's pretty harmless. That's why we're showing it to you. There's no real worries here. He just goes over the top of the horse. He buckled really badly at the start there. He'll have to go back to the school there and learn how to jump out of gates. Because I tell you what, punters wouldn't have been that happy with watching that today. It's been declared a definite starter, but I can tell you that there'll be a few upset ones about the way that horse came out, especially when it's favourite, dipping poor old Matt right over the top of it. Now, 5, 1 and 7, Quinella.
To Canberra, the next race here is the Dash, the main sprint race over 1,000 metres, a $30,000 race coming up. And I noticed on our inside running program this morning a few tips around for Valley Warrior number 7, originally to be ridden by Brian York, but Adrian Late has picked up the ride with Brian not riding today. And good to meet you, Adrian. I think this is the first time we've had you on Sky.
Rod's had me on as a get out the last few meetings here. It hasn't been any good.
No good? No? OK, what about today? Valley Warrior in the next race. I think there's a few tips around for you today.
Yes, he's a very honest little horse. I've never rode him before. He's a good pickup ride. He, 1,000 metres, no weight on his back virtually. He's got 52.5. I think he likes to be on the speed, or most of the time he leads in his races. He's tough and honest, so hopefully from barrier 3 he should run along. And
I know you weren't on him last start, but he ran second to Camarina. That's not bad form going into a race like this.
Yes, that was a real good run. He didn't really give up until the last 10 metres, so he tries his little hard.
Fairly good lane star. Phoenix won the start, has gone straight to the lead.
And he's Matt.
No problem at all. It's a bit like that these days with this busy schedule of racing that we have. We've got them coming left, right and centre, but I think we're clear for probably 30 seconds or so. So we'll continue our chat with Adrian Late, and you've got him out in the Black Opal today. Everyone's talking Pembleton. Yours is about 33 to 1, I think, X-Ray. Can you give him any sort of rap?
With all the scratchings, Matthew, I think he'd have to come into being a place hope at best, you know. we'd be wrapped if he can run in the first 5. He did in the preview, he ran 5th. It was a good run. He got back a little more than we'd expected. He's had a few gear changes since then, so...
He's had the 2 runs. I mean, is he improving all the time?
On his first start, he's improved a lot to run 5th in the preview. With any luck today, he can improve that by 1 or 2 and, you know, figure in the finish to the money, major in the prize money anyway.
Certainly would be nice, wouldn't it? Where do we go after that, Adrian? That was the Black Opal. Anything else?
I've just got 1 in the last, then Matthew, Coconut Rum. I don't...
The first run back wasn't too bad.
It wasn't a bad run at Goulburn. He ran 4th. He had a lot of problems early on. He looked like being a pretty good horse. I think Kevin Robinson used to train him. And since then, I've only rode him the once last start. He ran a fair effort, so I don't know how he'll handle the track or anything.
Okay. All right, so would it be fair to say that maybe your best ride today is in the next race?
Oh, for sure. The pickup ride that I've got is very fortunate to pick it up, I think.
Sure. Okay, well, good luck with him.
Thanks very much, Matthew.
And that horse, of course, we're referring to is Valley Warrior number 7, a pickup ride, but it quite often turns out to be the case where a jockey picks up a ride, it turns out to be a winning one. That might be the case for Valley Warrior and Adrian Late next in the next.
Darren Jones did it in that previous race at Tamworth. Thank you very much, Matt, at around 6. It's had about 24 weeks off, and it's back at $10, this horse. Johnny Morrissey trains. Number 2, Speed Week for Shane Pawsey at 14. Blazer is at $6.80. Ran second, beaten narrowly at Rose Hill behind Pete Bog last start. 540 Prince of Sports. Schuman's at 12. Then we've got 13 Old Man Sam. Valley Warrior 850. Pittance at $3. Just easing from $2.90. We go to Maringo Bay 20 and Horse of War 28 for race 4 at Canberra.
OK, Nick, thanks very much. The 4th race is not too far away. I just heard you mentioning Matthew Carl. You're right, he definitely is riding this horse in the next race, Kidlat. No harm done at all in that little tumble in the previous with Pentagonal. I think that's all it was, just a bit of a tumble. So he's definitely on it, and you've included it in the top 3, Kidlat.
No harm done, Matthew. I'll tell you what, plenty of pockets have been destroyed.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I wasn't referring to the punters. They're devastated.
Yeah, it was well supported, Pentagonal, but yeah, fell over, and that's another way of doing your money. Race 4, 1,000-metre open quality, a lot of depth in the form, and really number 4, Prince of Sports, comes out on top. Good price on course with the bookmakers, a tick under each way odds, and I think that represents excellent value. He's paraded lovely. 2 starts ago, 4th in the Carrington over 1,000 metres at Randwick, and he's won plenty of races in town, and races well fresh, and this is his home track where he's had 4 starts for 2 wins. He does look well placed, and he's freshened up nicely. 8 Pittance, a big tip on course for this John Morrissey trained 4-year-old. 3 wins in town last preparation. He goes okay fresh. Larry Cassidy, Morrissey have already tasted success. They could make it a double and then a treble with Pemberton. So a little bit of a concern barrier 12, but notwithstanding, I think 3 off the fence may not be too bad here this afternoon, and he does have El Cassidy on board navigating the right path. 1 Kidlat looks particularly well, races well fresh, and really does relish the 1,000 metres on his home track. Others that caught the eye, 3 Blazer and 5 Schumann. He looks very wound up. He could run a bold race. He's got a good fresh record. And 7 Valley Warrior's a tough horse and always gives his best. But 4 on top for mine, Prince of Sports, from 8 Pittance and 1 Kidlat.
And we're only a race away from the Opal.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Bit of a good buzz about the town, and a lot of people here to see a budding champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Michael. Michael Heath, who's gone 4.81 in the next event, which is the ACTEW Corporation Dash, over 1,000 metres, $30,000 race coming up, and we'll be back with it very soon on Sky.
Yeah, it just reminds me of the buzz around Clan O'Sullivan about the same time about 8 or so years ago. Now, race 2 at Moonee Valley. Let's have a look at that.
OK, Nick, well, they're on their way to the gates. I thought we just might have a quick chat with Barbara Joseph, who's got pretty fair hope in this upcoming race in the form of Blazer. Good to see you, Barb.
Yes, how are you?
I'm pretty well. How's your day been so far? I don't think you're too happy about this wet weather, though.
No, the track's not playing into our hands today at all. It's a bit wet and slippery out there, but I was a bit upset this morning. I woke up and it was raining. But Blazer's probably one of our better chances. He does handle a bit of a wet track, and he has got a great record on this track for this distance.